Rico Recklezz is a Chicago rapper who's famous for beefing with everyone. Earlier this week, he pulled up on the famous 63rd Street in Chicago and said he was smoking on FBG Duck, and it allegedly led to him getting his chain snatched by a dude named AOKD or his Goons. Let's get into what went down. FBG Duck was one of the most respected GDs in Chicago before he was killed in broad daylight back in 2020. And after Rico slid into his hood and dissed him this week, it allegedly didn't take long for it to catch back up to him. A rapper named AOKD, who was tight with Duck, posted a picture of Rico's chain on social media and called him out. He tagged Rico and his cousin, Samo, and told him to hop in his DMs if they wanted the chain back. People started clowning Rico online for getting his chain snatched, but then he hopped on social media and called it all cap. He showed off that he still has all his ice and even offered a 10K reward if someone could prove they actually had one of his pieces.
Whoever got my chain off on the grave, post my shit wearing around your neck, and on game, I'll send you 10K.
This ain't the first time Rico and KD have had issues though. Rico hopped in the rap game back in 2012 and started dropping a ton of projects. He picked up some buzz in the city, but none of his music was running up numbers like Chief Keef and other drill artists. But all that changed in 2016 when he dropped a remix of Tupac's track, Hit 'Em Up, and took shots at almost every rapper in Chicago. Hit 'Em Up had lines aimed at everyone from Chance the Rapper and Kanye to Boss Top and Lil Durk. And in one bar, he said, "And AOKD used to pay for his views. Catch his ass beating buckets and some fake ass truths. And he wifing Dorielle, but if he only knew, she let phone him run her ass in the back of the school." KD was caught paying for views before, so Rico called him out and also went after his girl. After the track blew up, Rico told DJ Vlad,
"But it was all for love. I love all of them. I love y'all. But at the same time though, don't get it f***ed up. This is a competition. I'm the best."
Most dudes mentioned in the song just let it slide, but KD and his girl started clapping back on social media. Around the same time, Rico was trying to get a dude named Lil Flip to link up with him and his cousin, Samo. Lil Flip is actually Rico's baby mama's brother, but he didn't want to work with Samo because Samo's a BD and Flip told Rico he's BDK. Rico came up repping the Black Peace Stone, but later he started his own crew called Reckless Renegades and stopped banging sets. He says he don't care about street politics at all, and he's cool with dudes all over the city. Flip wasn't down to work with the ops. Plus, he was tied with AOKD, so they sent shots at Rico and Samo on social media. Then Samo and a bunch of other dudes rolled up on them outside of someone's crib and recorded the whole thing. Samo checked both of them on video and made them apologize for what they said. KD and Flip have been clowned over it ever since. You can tell how nervous KD and Flip are in the clip, and Rico says they lucky to be alive. After it went down, Rico told DJ Vlad,
"Well, let me tell you this for the record. I didn't call for that shit to happen. I didn't motherfucking tell nobody to do nothing. What happened was people got caught. The people that were saying f Rico Recklezz got caught, and I'm the king of Chicago. You can't say f me in Chicago, because that's what's gonna happen."
It turns out that Samo just lost his best friend a week earlier, and Rico says,
"And he just lost his best friend like a week before, and now they caught you. In the streets, they caught you. You lucky them cameras was on and they didn't fucking kill you."
AOKD definitely took an L in the situation. Now he's claiming he snatched Rico's chain. Showing up in GD territory and dissing Duck was a wild move, but this ain't even the first time Rico did something like that. Back in the day, Rico was cool with a lot of GDs. He was tight with Lil Jojo, and he told DJ Vlad Jojo's the reason he got in the rap game. King Yella says Rico was always cool with them, but after he caught a gun charge and went to prison, he came back a different dude. When Rico got out of prison in 2015, he came back and started clout chasing, according to King Yella. He still hadn't really popped off with the music, and Yella said he started dissing everyone just to get some attention on his name. That's when Rico fell out with them and started sending shots. After Duck's brother, FBG Brick, was murdered, Rico went live walking around St. Lawrence and said he's smoking on Brick and Tuka. At the time, Duck was one of the hottest rappers in the city, and he went live and said he wasn't gonna give Rico any attention because he was just dissing for clout. Rico also took shots at Duck and his dead homies on records. FBG Duck's track Slide is one of the most famous Chicago drill songs from that era, and Rico remixed it and said, "Cause if you really slide, how the f your brother died then? Pop out, why the f your ass inside then? Shoot up every fucking car you riding in. And you don't want to hear that brat? Where was he at when Brick got whacked?" According to Rico, Duck and all of them started the beef because they had issues with Rico being cool with their ops. On Hit 'Em Up, Rico sent a shot at Lil Reese with the line, "First off, Reese a On Jojo, it's merged. He just beat a Grim Reaper because his music is dirt." Since Rico was chilling with a lot of GDs, it made sense that he take a shot at Reese. But it turns out that in 2016, they actually became cousins through marriage. Rico posted the news on Twitter, but at first, Reese tried to deny they were related. Rico started taking a ton of shots at him on Twitter, but later, they squashed it and said it was all love. Then in 2018, Rico posted a video of him and Reese in a restaurant together. A lot of people try to drag him for linking up with a dude who has beef with all his old homies, but Rico clapped back and just told him to keep hating. Rico says Duck and the other GDs didn't like how he was moving, but Duck told DJ Vlad that Rico was just dissing for clout and there was no real beef. He said it would all be cool if Rico just apologized and stopped dissing they dead homies, but he'd have to smack him too, just so he knew what was up.
Like, you gotta apologize, like, I don't get no
Okay.
Yeah, and I gotta smack the shit out of him.
It's not just dudes from Chicago that Rico beefs with though. Back in 2017, a Detroit rapper named Snap Dogg started sending shots at him on social media, so Rico tried to meet up and box him. According to Rico, Snap was in Chicago but wouldn't link up. Then after he left, Snap started telling everyone Rico was scared of him and that he was banned from Detroit.
I wouldn't even acknowledge you like that, bro. Cause you was a bitch. I just proved to the whole f***ing world that you was a bitch and you ain't wanna fight. Now once you said Snap.
That's when Rico drove all the way to Detroit and went live in the hood. He says he tried to box Snap in his own city, but he ducked him again and didn't show up. Later that night, Rico went to the club though, and when he left, someone started letting off shots. Rico told DJ Vlad that he didn't know if the shots were meant for him, but a woman allegedly died right in front of the club. Later, Snap Dogg tried to say Rico ducked him. It's not clear exactly how everything actually went down, but it don't seem like Snap actually wanted any smoke. Rico's gotten clowned by a lot of people in the city for switching hoods and turning on his old homies, but he stopped banging sets a long time ago and thinks dudes in Chicago take all the politics way too seriously. And even if he gets disrespected by some people, Rico ain't just a dude who talks tough on the internet. He had a wild come up and started bringing guns to school when he was 14 years old. Rico says he got suspended in every grade, even first. And at one point, he got expelled for having a gun on him. He ended up having to get his high school diploma at an alternative school, which is where he linked up with a lot of rappers. He hopped off the porch at a young age, and eventually, his activities in the streets got his own mom and sister shot. One day, when Rico wasn't home, the OPPS came through and started letting off shots at his house. His mom ducked down and got grazed in the leg, and his sister got shot in the back, but luckily survived. After his mom and sister got hit, Rico says he tore up the streets looking for the dudes who did it. He told DJ Vlad,
R.I.P.
Oh, really? So they're gone now?
R.I.P. I don't know what happened to them boys. I just know that they did. It got nothing to do with nothing.
Last year, the news broke that Rico caught another gun charge and was sentenced to 3 years. But right before he got booked, he got shot in the back by a fan. He was released early from prison this year, and he went on No Jumper to break down what happened. One night, Rico was leaving a gas station to get in an Uber when some dude spotted him and asked to take a picture. While they was all posing for the pic, one of the dudes said, "Damn, you wear that chain in real life? I wish I would've had my move." The dude was basically saying he would've jacked Rico's chain if he was strapped up. Rico told him do something then, but the dude backed off and said he was just joking. He still wanted to take a pic, but Rico shut it down and got in the Uber. Then after the Uber got moving, the dude started letting off shots and blew out the back window. Rico got hit in the back, but luckily it wasn't too serious. He made a full recovery. He's had beef all over the city for years, and it's wild that a random fan is the only dude who shot Rico. After Hit 'Em Up came out back in the day, Rico said that dissing people's dead homies is dumb and just gets dudes killed. But after his music stopped popping, it seems like he's willing to do anything for attention. It's not clear if he actually got his chain snatched over the Duck situation, but hopefully he switches up how he moves before something serious goes down.